Yep. All right. Hey, my name's Tony with Tactical 21. Today we're going to be talking about breathing, trigger squeeze, and how to make trigger control. I think breathing's important. It's one of the 7 fundamentals for a reason. All of the 7 fundamentals are important, but today we're going to focus on breathing and trigger squeeze, which is exactly what is happening when you actually fire the shot and the round leaves the end of your gun. I break up the fundamentals into 3 groups. You got 4 of them that happen before you squeeze the trigger. 1 of them happens at the end when you follow through and prep for your next shot. We're going to focus right now on the 2 that happen right in the middle: breathing, trigger squeeze. And this is a dry fire drill, so there's no shooting. You can practice this for free at home. And the way I used to do it is I would sit down and watch a movie, and I would breathe and pull the trigger over and over and over again. Now, the best place to break a shot is at what's called the natural respiratory pause, which is the bottom of your breathing rhythm. So you inhale, that's the top, and then you exhale, and that bottom there's a pause there that you can hold anywhere from 3 to 5 seconds without any problem. And that's where you want to break the shot in a perfect world. Generally speaking, this stuff doesn't happen in a perfect world, but if you train yourself deliberately, regularly, then you will have what's called a trained response or muscle memory. So simply speaking, the drill basically combines breathing and your trigger squeeze into a trained response that will give you the most consistent place that you break a shot every time. So it takes about 10,000 repetitions roughly to build a trained response. And you can't really start counting your repetitions until you can produce the same mechanism the same way every time. Then you can start counting your 10,000. So ultimately, I have my pistol. It is unloaded. You never want to do dry fire drills with rounds. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to inhale, exhale, pull the trigger. And then as I'm inhaling, and notice I keep the trigger pulled to the rear. I have not reset the trigger yet. So inhale, action the slide. As I'm exhaling, I'm training my finger to reset the trigger. And that's where I stop. You heard it reset. I finish my exhale, get to my natural respiratory pause. Boom. Inhale, exhale. Another way you can do it is rest the gun in your lap this way. Inhale, exhale. So when every time you inhale, you're turning the gun over into your workspace to action it. So what you're doing here is you're actually training your hands and everything to properly manipulate the firearm the whole time you're doing this drill. You do this for 2 hours every day for a week, you're going to hit your 10,000 repetitions in no time. And you don't really have to think about it. After a while, you're going to be paying attention to the movie. You're not even going to be thinking about it. And your finger's going to be working in conjunction with your breathing, and you're going to be resetting the trigger appropriately as you're inhaling, and you're going to be ready to engage with a well-aimed shot with the trigger fully reset, ready to go at the bottom of your exhale at the natural respiratory pause. And when you get really advanced, you'll start manipulating the speed at which you're breathing and forced exhales to get a good shot. You'll start working all that stuff in, and that's stuff that you practice when you're at the range dry firing to capture all the gains that you've made with this guy and your breathing rhythm. And that's breathing and trigger control. Easy day.
Nice. Good stuff.
One take.